Welcome to PostGrid tutorial, where we'll guide you through the essential features of our platform.
So there are four steps involved to create an order with PostGrid. The first one is to design a template. The second one is to create your contacts. The third one is to create and send the actual mailings. And the fourth one involves tracking our mailings. On the last video, we focused on the first two steps, so let's talk about creating the mailings now. Let's start by creating a letter first. So first we need to go to the letters page. And as you can see here from this message on the top, we are currently on test mode. So none of the letters that we create here will be sent out to the recipients. It's a good idea to create letters on test mode first, so you can check if the layout is what you expected before creating your live orders. Let's select Create a Letter. On this page, you'll find every information that you need to provide to place your order. So let's start by entering a description first. This is an optional field, but it can be useful in case you're sending multiple campaigns. We can then either select one individual contact by using the drop-down menu, or choose to upload a CSV file to send letters to multiple recipients. So let's do that and use the CSV file from our previous video. We can then select our sender. You can also type in the contact's name to search for it. And you can also use double quotation marks like this to get more accurate results. We can then select our letter content. Here, we have the option of either uploading a PDF file or using a template. If you're using a pre-designed PDF and a single letter has multiple pages, you'll need to upload that as a single file. All you have to do is click the Upload a PDF button here and choose the file that you want to upload. But since we created a template on our previous video and we have some custom information that we want to add, let's select our template. Like I mentioned on the previous video, our design guidelines expect different specifications according to the destination country, like different page sizes and address placement as well. If you remember, our CSV file had contacts from different countries like Canada and the US, but my template was created for US and international addresses only. So what I've done here was separating these contacts into different files to send my campaign to my US contacts only. We can then in the future create a template for Canada and other countries and use a different CSV file for those campaigns as well. If we scroll down a little, we can see here at the bottom that the merge variables that we set on the template were automatically populated with our contacts data. So after selecting the templates, you only have a few more options to select. If you want to send a color letter, you can check the color checkbox. You can also opt for double-sided printing by checking this option. Keep in mind that neither of these options are selected by default, so if you want to include them in your letter, this is the time for selecting them. When we were creating the templates, I mentioned that this red area here should not have any content because this is the region where the addresses will be placed on. If you still want to have contents in this area though, you can check this box here, insert blank page for address, and what this will do is print a separate page for the addresses to be stamped on. So we can select this now and see what it looks like once we create the letter. You can also select the option to perforate the first page or to add express delivery. Here at the top, you have some extra options as well. You can include return envelopes with your letter orders if you have any. So let's see how to create return envelopes now. So now that we have our return envelopes ready, let's go back to creating our letter and select our return envelope now. For the envelope type, all orders are sent in the standard double window envelope by default. You can also choose to override the letter size based on the destination country that you'll be sending your mailings to. But for this demo, I'll just keep it as it is. For sending letters and checks, you also have the option of selecting an extra service like certified or registered mail. Note that if you do select any extra service, you won't be able to add express delivery because these services already have express delivery, and vice versa. By default, all mail is sent as first class or the fastest non express postage available in the destination country. But you can also override this by selecting standard class on the drop down menu. For this order, though, I'll just keep the options as they are. You can then select the send date. By default, this is the date that you're creating the order. Keep in mind that the send date is not the actual date that your mailings will be sent out. It refers to the date that we begin to process your order. So PostGrid offers a 2-day SLA. So if I keep my send date as it is on August 29, this would mean that my order would go to the printing stage on the following day, that is August the 30th. And then it would be handled through to the USPS on the next day, on the 31st. So now that we have all of these details set, we can click on Create to create our letters. Once the order is created, a downloadable report will be generated for all the orders. This report will include the order ID, recipient name, and status for each order. To view the letters, let's go back to the letters page. PostGrid generates an order preview for all orders, and this is generated usually a few seconds after you create the order. To preview your letter, you have two options. You can either click on the View PDF link under the Preview column, or you can select a specific letter and then click on View PDF. As you can see, because we selected the option for inserting a blank page, we now have a cover page which contains the addresses. Our letters also contain the customer information that we added as merged variables, and it also contains the QR code that we added as well, and this is now ready to be scanned and tested. You can also choose to cancel orders if you want. To do that, you can either click on a specific order and click cancel on the details page, or you can cancel multiple letters at once from the letters page. To do that, select the cancel button, and this will display a list of letters that are eligible to be canceled. That is, letters that are still on the ready stage and have not been canceled. You can then select the orders that you wish to cancel and click Cancel Letters. Note that you can cancel orders that you create by midnight of the send date.
Thank you for joining us for this tutorial. I hope this helps you to make the most of our platform. And don't hesitate to send an email to support@postgrid.com if you have any more questions.